I will either sentence you to prison or either I will give you probation. And before we start, why is your client in custody next working day after being released from jail for a new arrest in violation of condition number 11? How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
But also, Your Honor, may it be partial so she can continue to go back to work?
No. Even if you're at your house, sometimes nothing good happens to your house at 12 a.m. either, because that means you have insomnia and you're up. All right, probation, has she done anything?
No, Judge.
All right. Is there something you would like to say? Yeah, but in this, it says that Nick Sarabia is your boyfriend. That's what it says in the police report.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's not okay. That's what it says in the police report.
And I spent more time considering that. I did mess up and not call, and that's my fault. I pled true to that.
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits one and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Ferguson, I need a PSI and tap date. All right, we'll see you back on January 25th, 2024.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Ms. Wade, I'm going to give you a choice. I read the report. I know there are issues. I will either sentence you to prison or either I will give you probation. I will sentence you to prison for 3 years or either I give you probation for 8. Which do you prefer?
I would like to.
All right. Court is finding you guilty. The court has sentenced you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. And Adriana, if you could tell me what the court cost in this will be, it's a 3rd-degree felony. Is there anything else you need from the court?
No.
And what is the cost of court costs? All right, the court cost in this case is going to be $325. If that is given to you in installments, will you be able to pay it?
Yes.
All right. Defense, there's something you wanted to say?
Judge, she did participate in complete parenting course.
All right, is Child Protective Services involved in this case?
No, ma'am.
All right, this was completed in January 2024.
Yes.
That's been over a year, so you're going to have to redo it. Do you understand?
No, that was just.
Okay. It says date of course of completion, January. Oh, 24. I keep forgetting we're in 2024. Thank you for speaking up. All right, just turn that into probation. It'll be acceptable.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
We're off the record. You can go take your break. All right. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you feel like there's an issue, let probation know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can come back to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And before we start, why is your client in custody?
There's a warrant for her arrest on the pending motion to revoke probation. There's no bond on the pending motion to revoke probation.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 8093, State of Texas versus Monica Wade. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Jenny Callahan defense.
All right, on the order that I have, it has Monica Garza. So is her last name Garza or Wade?
Wade.
Wait. All right, any objection to the court correcting that?
No
All
objection.
right, this is a request for a bond on a motion to revoke. Is there a proposed agreement?
No agreement.
All right, State, what are you requesting? For bond, I'm sorry, for bond amount, what are you requesting?
20,000, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Defense, what are you requesting?
That she be placed on the current bond of her pending indictment and with terms modified to GPS tracking. No additional amount would be first request. And the second amount would be 5,000, Your Honor.
All right, what was her original bond set on this?
Much.
20,000.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do, and the court will note for the record that the court is aware of her previous history because this is the court that placed her on community supervision. So I'm aware of the criminal history and I'm aware of any issues related to mental health or drug addiction. The court is going to grant your motion for a bond. Court is going to set the bond at $20,000. The court is going to require a GPS tracking. State, do you have any objection to GPS tracking, or would you like GPS partial?
I have no objection to GPS tracking.
All right, there'll be GPS tracking. Is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you to report to probation immediately upon release. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
It then and there fail to report to the supervision officer on the next working day after being released from jail for a new arrest in violation of condition number 11. How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State, any other violations?
Waive and abandon the remaining violations, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objection.
She's pled to having been arrested and not report to probation after her arrest. What has she been arrested for?
May I address the court?
Yes.
Felon in possession. That case is still pre-indictment pending. It's independent of the resolution of this case.
All right, so she's on probation for felon in possession of a firearm. I know the state has not proceeded on the violation that you just mentioned, the felon in possession of a firearm. But my concern is that she was arrested and she didn't report to probation after her arrest. So does she want to explain to the court why she did not do that?
Yes.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Monica Wade.
All right, why didn't you report?
When I initially got out of jail, I was not informed to go to report to the office.
I'm
but
sorry, you was not?
informed to go report to my probation. But I contacted my attorney because my concern was I going to be issued an MTR immediately since they gave me the
No, but it's
possession?
in your conditions that when you're arrested, you need to contact probation and let them know. That's one of your conditions. Am I wrong in that?
No.
Okay, so you knew you were supposed to report after an arrest.
Okay, so then when I contacted the attorney, I asked him, I said, is there an MTR that was issued? Because if that was the case, I would like to see if I could do a satellite walkthrough. That way we have to go through the whole process of sitting in jail and doing all this, all that.
Well, now let's go back to the fact that you knew, because you had conditions of probation, that when you're arrested, and you just told me you knew when you're arrested and you're released, you have to report to probation. So what I'm hearing from you, and if I'm wrong, correct me.
Okay.
What I'm hearing from you is the reason why you didn't want to report to probation is because you didn't want to get arrested and have to wait at the jail. You wanted to do the easy way and see if you could do satellite. Am I correct in my interpretation?
And no, ma'am, when
All right.
I did get the rules and the regulations on, I did not know until after the fact, when I was contacting my attorney about this MTR, is when I got my probation paperwork and I read it, and it did state that I had to report after. I was not aware of it before.
No, but they go over conditions with you, every condition.
I must have not heard it. I just didn't. So that's why I didn't go report immediately, but I had been reporting with no problem. I haven't given them any issues. I'm on top of the classes, I'm on top of the money, I'm on top of.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you know what you're not on top of? And I don't know that the allegations, the state has waived and abandoned that in the allegations, but what you're not on top of is you were arrested for another offense.
Yes, ma'am.
And the number one thing when you're on probation is don't commit any new offenses, allegedly.
Correct.
And I'm not going to get into that new offense because the state is not proceeding on that. But you have to report.
Right.
And I'm inclined to follow your agreement, but I'm not inclined to have you walk out of here without doing your jail time. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else you wish to say?
No, ma'am.
All right. And what jail time are you all asking for?
The credit that she already has is how much? 25.
So, well, no, how much time is the state asking for her as a condition?
days, Your Honor.
I'm not giving you credit for the 25 days. You're going to go into custody today. All right, the court will deny the motion. Alternate main conditions to include 25 days in the Bear County Jail. Upon your release, you need to report to probation.
Yeah.
And state, you need to figure out what is going to be happening with that new case. How much time do y'all need to determine what you all want to do with that case or what's going to happen with it?
Unclear, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Callahan, are you on the new case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, her new case, let's set that in 60 days. And if you could give her a reset for that. Probation, is there anything else? All right, thank you. All right, it's gonna be September 10th, and if you'll get her a reset form. You're here requesting a bond, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there a proposed agreement for the bond?
40,000, Your Honor.
And any objections to the court reviewing the motion to revoke?
Oh, Your Honor.
Court is gonna grant your motion. Court is gonna set the bond at $40,000 and the court is gonna order full GPS.
Your Honor, given the Easter weekend and given tomorrow courthouse is closed, may we have that, that she have it installed on Monday or Tuesday?
No. And based upon the allegations in the motion, no. So it's gonna be full GPS. The fees will be waived. They'll do it at the jail. And then Ms. Ferguson, I need a setting for a contested on this. And if it's not contested, then just let the court know.
Judge,
Yes,
I want to make you aware that I did reach out to the manager to get a court summary and they are currently working on it.
for this case?
Yes, Judge.
Oh, well, if you want to proceed on a motion to revoke, we can proceed on the motion to revoke. Or either it can be reset.
Okay, we're gonna stay with where we're at. But also, Your Honor, may it be partial so she can continue to go back to work?
No. All right, Ms. Ferguson. I need a contested date. All right, May 12th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so state, it's set for a contested on May 12th. If it turns out it's not a contested, then it will not be a contested.
You're not-
All right, and who are the complainants alleged to be in this case?
The complainants, if I remember correctly, is Richard Slagter, SLAGTER.
SLAG.
TER.
All right, you're not to have any contact with this person, do you understand?
Yes.
You are on
Let's see what he,
probation,
oh no, you're fine. Just-
and what you're looking at is potentially 5 years in the prison, do you understand? All right, the court is going to sign the motion to withdraw. And there's to be no contact. Ms. Abrams, there's to be no contact with the complainant, Richard, SLAGTER.
GTER.
All right, do you?
I do,
Yes,
only because, Judge, in this particular case, we reset a few times as we were trying to get the restitution figure sorted out. There were some collateral issues that I felt would perhaps complicate the issue of restitution. There was a co-defendant that has already taken a plea, but yet despite many of my suggestions, my client merely wanted to enter the plea bargain, allow for the restitution to be determined by probation, and she was fully prepared to pay whatever restitution there is, in spite of what may be contended by the victim, and in spite of what her co-defendant may or may not pay. Admirable that she took on and is willing to take on the full responsibility of that, despite my suggestion that we should probably get a more definitive number.
All right. So why are you taking things that don't belong to you?
It was hard times at the time.
Everybody has hard
Yeah.
time. But they don't
The-
steal.
It was a lesson learned though. Nice for doing it for the first time. It was something that I would never do again.
Are you employed?
Yes,
What do you do?
I work at Bill Miller's,
All right, what do you serve at Bill Miller's?
barbecue.
Okay, should I try the barbecue?
It's pretty good, yeah.
Is it very good though?
Yes, it's
Okay.
very good.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, I have one.
How old?
He's 3.
Does he live with you?
He just me and my mom.
All right, so mom is pulling some heavy lifting.
Yeah.
All right, if you're drug tested today, what are the results gonna be? And before you answer, you're gonna get drug tested.
Okay, they're gonna be playing.
Okay, this is what the court is gonna do. 2 years deferred adjudication, $1,500 fine probated, restitution if any, and no contact with Michael McLaughlin, and no contact with John Pettis, drug education course, 150 hours community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to do that, but if you do with booster, 40 hours will be waived. Parenting classes, the remaining of the community service hours will be waived once you complete parenting classes. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with probation. Is there anything else she needs? All right, they didn't ask for a theft class, but here's the theft class. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. And as a side note, if somebody invites you to their home and they ask you to leave, leave. If somebody invites you somewhere and +1 is not in the invitation, don't go. And nothing good happens after 12 a.m. Even if you're at your house, sometimes nothing good happens to your house at 12 a.m. either, because that means you have insomnia and you're up. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can go off the record. You have a son. You need to make sure that he is proud of you. He can't be proud of his mom if his mom is going around breaking into homes, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Order about the 8th day of November 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Starlin C. Rodriguez, committed the offense of failure to identify in violation of condition number 1.
All right. To the allegation read by the state, how do you plead, true or not true?
True, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, we waive the other violations alleged in the motion and supplement.
Any objection?
Objection.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find. So is this the agreement? Is this what you're asking the court to follow?
We are, Your Honor, yes, ma'am.
All right, what has she done?
As far as on probation,
Yes.
I think she's paid some of her fees, but I don't think, I think short of that, she's still behind on that and as well as community service. Have you taken your taxes yet?
Not yet, I was just starting to.
Oh, just 1 second. So if you're going to talk, you need to speak up because the court reporter has to take down what's being said.
Okay.
So just give me a moment. So defense, has she done anything?
Short of that, Judge, she has not completed her classes. I know that when this had occurred, I think she's been on probation for something like 8 months, if memory serves correctly, on that, and maybe it was 6 months.
So I had did,
No. So here's the thing, if you want to speak, you have
I'm
to be
sorry.
sworn in. So he's going to speak, and then if he wants you to answer questions, then he'll let me know he wants you to answer questions. We'll swear you in, and it's one at a time.
Short of that, Judge, she did check in for a period of time. What ended up happening with her is she got she went to the hospital with a double kidney infection. I know that she had missed some months of reporting during that period of time. Likely she was aware that there was obviously some problem with probation as far as that goes, but she had not completed her classes or paid anything but the most minimal amounts on her fines during that period of time. I can continue, Your Honor, to talk about what her intentions are with that, but I just want to leave if the court has any questions.
All right, probation, has she done anything? All right. Is there something you would like to say? Want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Starlin Rodriguez.
All right, what have you done on probation?
Well, it wasn't on with probation. When I was on a house arrest prior, I did a parenting and drug class and I had sent her those certificates, but she said that they didn't qualify because they weren't through Bexar County.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to redo them as far as that goes.
So here's my question. And I want you to listen to my question
Yes, ma'am.
very carefully. What have you done on probation?
I was reporting regularly, doing my UAs, and I was making my payments.
All right, so if I call probation, are they going to say that you were reporting regularly and that you were doing your EUAs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
But it's important to, as I mentioned to the court, you need to explain what I just talked about with your kidney infection. You
Yes.
missed some months of reporting and you do admit that to the court.
Mhm. Yes, I had gotten a really bad double kidney infection. At the time, I didn't know it was a kidney infection and I thought I was just really sick. And it just got so bad. I was rushed to the hospital and there I ended up finding out I had a double kidney infection. I was in there for a while. And then. even
what does that
when-
mean in there for a while? And you need to slow down.
I was in there for about 2 weeks, and then even when I got out, they had me on medication, but I was still very sick.
So here's my question. Did you do your parenting classes while on probation?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Did you get employment while you were on probation?
I had employment, but she wanted the proof, I guess, and they wouldn't give me my paperwork because of considering where I worked at.
And where did you work?
I was working at Sugars, and they wouldn't give me any documents, so therefore that's where that came in. I had trouble giving her paperwork as far as that goes.
All right, at Sugars, I know they maybe give you tips, but do you get a W-2 form?
No, we get 1044.
All right, did you turn that in to
No, I
your
had,
probation officer?
no, ma'am.
Okay, why didn't you turn that into probation?
It's my first time doing, as far as, 1044s or something like that. Say 1099s. So I don't know how.
Well, I mean, they have to give you the document. Did they not give you a 1099?
Give me no paperwork.
So how are they expecting you to file your taxes?
All I did when I went in there was, like I said, I don't know nothing about the 1099s. I just went in there, they signed up paperwork, they didn't give me nothing back, and that was it. I had asked them, as far as my probation goes, if I could have paperwork for that, and they still didn't want to give me any type of documentation, only that little tab, in and out card.
Because she reported March, April, May, and May 25th was her last reporting date. There was she presented $90 toward her fees. There was a negative result for her urinalysis in March of 2023. She failed to submit in April, and in May it was diluted. I don't have on record and file or anything of any classes being taken.
All right, so you've been missing for 7 months. You said you were in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've been missing for 7 months. And I'll give you a full month of hospital. I'll give you full month, I'll give you 2 months for recovery. But then that means you're still missing for 5 months.
Yes, well, I knew that I was pretty sure she had already gave me the warrant. I did call a bond company, they did say I had my warrant, I got scared. I wasn't ready to come back to jail, that's why I missed for those months.
Where are your children?
My mom hasn't.
And does she have legal custody of them or they're just staying there?
No, she has legal custody of me.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. And I don't think she has much of a criminal history, correct?
No, Your Honor, she does not.
All right, the court is going to find violation of condition number 1 true. Court will take in consideration 721103. Court will find you guilty. Court is going to revoke. Court is going to sentence you to 180 days in the Bear County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. We can go off the record. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation anymore. All right? So whatever is going on in your life, you're going to have to depend on yourself to straighten that out. You're going to have to be better for your children because otherwise you're not 100% going to be in your children's life. I know your mother has legal custody of them, but sometimes I think parents, because I've represented moms before, they still want to have some sort of contact with their children. So if you want to do that, you're going to have to be a better person. And don't get out of the jail and then run to your mother's house and act like you're going to be in charge of your children because you haven't been, and they're abiding by her rules. You understand?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And I can't force you not to have any more children, but what I can tell you is right now where you are in life, you shouldn't have a child until you get yourself together. Sometimes you have to work on yourself. And I will tell you this, everybody, including your attorney, the prosecutor, before they got into a relationship or decided to have children, they had to work on themselves because you don't want to go into a relationship or bring children into a relationship or anyone else in your life until you know who you are as a person and know what you wanted as a person. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you. Judge.
You're welcome. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes,
All right, you can lower your hand. How many children do you have?
2,
What are their ages?
6 and 14.
Are you employed?
And
What do you do?
managed properties, apartments,
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
8 years.
And does anyone live with you other than your children, or do your children live with you?
Yes, they do.
All right, anyone else stay with you?
My aunt as well.
When is the last time you've used any type of substance
I haven't used any type of substance.
in your lifetime?
Well, no, it's been quite a while.
So my question is, when is the last time?
Probably about a year and a half ago.
And what drugs were you using a year and a half ago?
Marijuana.
That's all.
Yes.
8 years, sorry about that. 8 years deferred adjudication, $2,000 fine probated, a patch until further notice. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation done and follow all TAP recommendations. And counsel, if TAP recommends inpatient treatment, you'll need to come back to court.
Yes, sir.
There's to be 200 hours community service restitution. She's to complete parenting classes, and those hours will be waived once parenting classes are completed. And probation, you can decide which parenting classes you all think would be appropriate for her. Proof of employment. Y'all need to whisper proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want field visits one time every 3 months, random. And that's until further notice. Who is Michael Portillo? That's your
son.
juvenile child, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is Maria Avalos?
My ex-mother-in-law.
There's to be no contact with Maria Guadalupe Aveles. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Aviles. Avalos.
Could I say something though?
Sure.
Oh. Well, because my mother-in-law, we do have a lot of contact with her about it, so. We have to contact each other. Because I'm not supposed to have contact with her, my ex-husband.
Oh, for kid exchange.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find somebody else.
You can- I'll talk to him about that.
All right, thank you. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
All right, from here on out, everything that you do in your life, there are 2 questions you should ask yourself before doing them. Is this something that could result in me going to prison for life? If the answer is yes, don't do it. The other question you should ask yourself, is this something that may result in me going to prison for the rest of my life? If the answer is yes, don't do it. Do you understand?
I do understand.
I take no joy or pleasure in sending the people to prison. But if it's warranted, I will. And your attorney will tell you I've sent people to prison before. So you have children,
Yes.
you need to look out for them. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This with the COO, Ms. Abrams, and ADA Daniel. My client is asking to be continued. We had a recommendation that was a three-way agreement. I understand the court didn't want to follow that. I had proposed something to Daniel. I'm hoping that you would consider this. But just some background a little bit first. Her prior MTR was disposed of February 27th, 2024. But she was booked February 3rd, 2024. So from February 3rd till today, according to the clerk, it's 137 days. So she's had the equivalent of a, not court ordered, but equivalent of a 4-month jail sanction. She will admit, well, she did admit that she refused to sign conditions for inpatient. She's willing to do not just ISF, she's willing to do SAT-F. She's willing to redo all her classes. She's been in jail for quite a long time. That's her own mistake. She admits that she didn't want to sign it. Maybe she was reluctant to, but she thought that she was supposed to get out, have court, and come back and do things. And she never left the jail. And out of frustration, she didn't sign the conditions.
No, I don't think she's a good candidate for probation. She was supposed to sign the conditions. The TAP recommended inpatient treatment, and she didn't do it. So I don't think she should be continuing on probation. She was given opportunity, and counsel, as you just stated, this is not her first motion to revoke. Her previous motion to revoke was on February 27th, as you stated, and there was a violation of condition number 1. And I ordered that there be a TAP evaluation in custody to follow those recommendations. And she decided that she didn't want to follow those recommendations. I don't see how there's anything that I can do anything for her. People don't get it. You're not supposed to, when the court orders you to do something, for example, to help you by following the recommendations of TAP. TAP recommended inpatient treatment. And I know sometimes people get to talking to people at the Bexar County Jail. And when I say people at the Bexar County Jail, I mean other inmates. And they give people advice, and people want to follow the advice of an inmate, not realizing that, guess what? That person is in custody. But I made an order, and we can't do this thing where I order somebody to follow the TAP recommendations, and the TAP says inpatient, and then somebody says, I'm not signing to go to inpatient. And then what ends up happening when reality hits that your range of punishment is 5 to 99 years or life, then people come before the court and they want to say, oh, you know what? I changed my mind. Now I will do inpatient treatment. So that's where we are.
And
I don't
Your
think
Honor,
she's a good candidate.
she's also willing to take a felony conviction, change it from deferred to straight probation. She's willing to do the harsher inpatient treatment program with 0 tolerance. It was a poor decision for her to not sign that. 4 months she's been in here. She's willing to sign this, willing to do this, and even add to these conditions.
I just don't think she's a good candidate. If somebody wants to argue to me why she would be a good candidate for probation, when this is her second motion to revoke, and I ordered her to follow the recommendations of the TAP evaluation, and she didn't want to follow them. But now she does, because I don't know, I guess she thought a motion to revoke would not be filed against her.
Yeah, I didn't know that that's what would result.
Oh,
I
so
thought
these are called consequences.
Well, Your Honor, also the charge itself, people who are affected with these substances may not make the best decisions in life. To prevent her from reoffending in the future, relapsing, and she's willing to do even more intensive inpatients.
But she's charged with possession with intent to deliver, and I understand that sometimes when people have possession with intent to deliver cases, sometimes they're selling because they're also using. But the amount of methamphetamine she had was 27.980 grams. I don't think probation is appropriate for her. I'm not going to continue on probation.
Defense would ask for the minimum time, Your Honor, with credit for time served.
All right, I'll sentence her to 5 years in the prison. Give her credit for any time served. And I'll ask for the therapeutic community. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Yes. But you do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Do you understand? Yes, please. All right. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. Are you employed?
No.
How do you support yourself?
Currently I am not, since I went to jail for this, I lost my job, so I'm still looking for a new one.
So when's the last time you were employed?
The beginning of June, or the middle of June, I guess. Maybe about the middle of June.
Do you have any children?
Yes, 2.
What are their ages?
She just turned 12 and 14.
Who do they live with?
They reside with both me and their dad.
Who is the father?
William Bloodworth is one of them.
I'm sorry, who?
William Bloodworth. He is the father of my daughter.
Mhm.
And my son's father is not involved. He takes that place of that.
So you're saying you're living with William Bloodworth? Yeah, but in this, it says that Nick Sarabia is your boyfriend. That's what it says in the police report.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's not okay. That's what it says in the police report.
And
So
he
who is
was-
this other person?
That is my kid's, that is my kid's father.
No, you didn't mention Nick Sarabia as being the father of
No,
any.
he's not the father of my kids.
No, excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what she just said in regards to Nick Sarabia?
I didn't say anything on this.
Asked her, do you have any children? Yes, 2. What are their ages? She's 12 and 14. We asked, who do they live with? Her response is they reside both with me and their dad. Who is their father? William Bloodworth. William Bloodworth is his father, is the father of my daughter. And my son's father is not involved. He takes that place. You want me to keep reading?
Yes, please.
Yeah, but in this, it says that Nick Sarabia is your boyfriend. That's what it says in the police report. She said, okay, no, it's not okay. That is what it says in that's what it says in the police report. And she says, that is my kid's, sorry, my kid's father. No, and then I have cross thoughts.
Oh.
You didn't mention that Nick Sarabia is being their father.
All right, thank you. So you said that Nick Sarabia was the children's father, but you just told me that.
I'm sorry, he is not the children's father. He was the boyfriend at the time. He is locked up right now. We have not spoken.
Mhm. And then why were you dishonest with me about your drug test?
I'm sorry. That was 7 days ago. I didn't think that it was me.
No. That should not be in your system from 7 days ago. When's the last time you used and what are you using on a regular basis?
7 days ago.
What are you using?
There was meth on 7 days ago.
No, listen to my question. What drugs are you using?
Meth.
How often are you using meth?
Last time we did it was 7 days ago, 7 days.
And what else are you using?
Nothing else.
And what is the father, Mr. Bloodworth, what is he using?
Nothing. Oh, your brother? Nothing.
I find that people,
We don't live together. We both share custody of my kids. They live with me and then they live with their dad.
okay,
We
she's,
do a joint custody.
time out. You're being very dishonest and slippery with me because I asked you, my mind is a steel trap, but I wanted the court reporter to read back because maybe my mind is failing, but I highly doubt that. You told me that your children were living with you and their father, and you said the other father he's not a part of anything. Now you're telling me, oh no, he doesn't live with me. It's on and off. You've been dishonest with me from the very beginning. You were dishonest when I asked you if you're going to be positive. You were dishonest about that. Then you were dishonest about Bloodworth. I don't even know if this is this person's real name or not. Then you were dishonest about Sarabia. At first, and later you said he was the father of your children. Now he's not the father of your children. You're just being dishonest all across the board with the court, and I don't appreciate it. And dishonesty has nothing to do with nerves. You heard my questions. My questions were very specific.
Yes.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to recall the warrant. I'm going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Is CPS involved in your life?
No.
Well, I mean, why are you saying no? Like they should be. You're using meth and you're taking care of children. CPS should be involved in your life. So I'm going to want CPS compliance. If CPS is involved in her life, I don't know if they are or not. She's been dishonest with the court. I'm going to want the UA hotline until further notice. Intensive parenting classes. I'm going to want field visits, random, 1 time per month until further notice. Please check on the children. There's to be no contact with the person who she's saying may or may not be the child's father. There's to be no contact with Nicholas, Anthony, Sarabia. And that means if he's at the Bexar County Jail and he calls you and you know it's coming from the jail because they're going to ask you if you'll accept the collect call, you need to hang up because otherwise I'm going to count that as contact. And it's easy to see if that's happening because they keep a record of every phone call from the jail. Do you understand? There's to be no contact with William Clark Gordon. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Taking consideration NIMAC number 716819. And Brittany, if you could do the rejection for me on that case. All right. All right. It's NIMAC number 716819. Grand jury number 785613, JN number 2097716. 200 hours of community service restitution, those will not be waived. TAP evaluation. And once the TAP evaluation is complete, she's going to start with intensive outpatient treatment. And the court is noting for the record that she's agreed she was acting as a party with William Gordon and Nicholas Sarabia. Probation, is there anything else she needs? Oh, and I'm sorry, there's to be restitution, if any, to Kyle Burney, KYLEBORNE. Is there anything else you need for the court to be successful? I'm sorry?
I don't think so. I think everything sounds like it's gonna help.
Okay. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Your children are depending on you to raise them, and they cannot be raised by you if you are using drugs. And the people that you bring into your children's life should be people who are not using drugs. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. Is there an agreement or no?
No, Judge, it is the kid we talked about that we
Yes.
need the
No,
medical.
I remember. I'm just trying to see if there's an agreement. All right, we can go off the record. So here's the thing. I did receive information that your client was in the hospital. I think the state is aware of that as well. So the real question is going to be when? And are we saying that she was in the hospital for these months that she did not report?
She lost her sight for a while, so we need the documents to see exactly what happened, so the court can consider how that may have impacted.
I mean, I'll consider it, but we go back to whether or not these months that you've pled true to of not reporting, whether or not this was the time you were in the hospital. I mean, that's what I want to know. Because if this is not the time you were in the hospital, then you're being in the hospital, that's just sort of mitigation, but it's not really an excuse for not reporting. For example, April through December 2024, if you're in the hospital for all of that time, then the court will understand, okay, she can't do things because she's in the hospital. But if you were not in the hospital for those days, then the question that I would want, and I'm giving you all this information so that I can get this type of information. The question I would want to know is, where were you and why were you not reporting? And it goes the same for January, February, March 2025. Where were you if you were not in the hospital? You understand?
Mhm.
So if you were not in the hospital during those time periods, you probably need to let your attorney know, because he's going to be seeking certain information to show that either probably that you were in the hospital or that you had some type of medical issue that you were overly concerned about.
Mhm.
And that's why you didn't report. But for the court, it's easy to pick up the phone to call somebody and say, hey, I'm having medical issues. So this is the type of information I'm going to want. But if that information is not there, then don't have your attorney spinning his wheels to get information that does not exist. Do you understand?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So does this information exist?
I believe that it's considered a factor, yes.
I'm sorry?
I believe it's considered a factor.
All right. So, and you're not an oath. So my question though is, these dates where you pled true to not reporting, were you in the hospital?
I was not in the hospital, no, but I was seeking care for it was it was a big issue at the time. It was concerning for myself, and I spent more time concerning that. I did mess up and not call, and that's my fault. I pled true to that.
Okay. And so my understanding, you all don't have an agreement.
No.
And what would you be asking for?
Was just give
No, I mean, if you
Oh,
were,
well,
if you're just, I'm just trying to figure out where we are, so I'll know. What would you be asking for?
to keep her on probation. There's ISF recommendation, or whatever the court means necessary to bring the defendant in compliance, and having an opportunity to continue her treatment for her eyes.
All right, and state, what would you be asking for?
We're asking for revocation and 2 years in the state jail.
Okay, all right, so now I know where everyone is and you know where everyone is. So how long is it going to take for you to get the information you're seeking?
I think the jail has him. I mean, I probably can try to, she's going back and sign a HIPAA for me. And once that's done, I just contact the jail and see what they have for me.
So does the jail have this information?
Yes, because I used UT Health for all of the treatment before I was incarcerated as well. So they have access to all the records.
Okay, so then maybe if you have one of the nurses there, if she signs HIPAA, then you can have the nurse Zoom in and testify if you want to do that.
That'd be great, Judge, yes.
All right. And you say you have vacation. When would this be?
It's on the 26th to the 30th. This Thursday to Monday. I mean, I can cut it short and come back on Sunday.
No, I mean, Norma, can you recall this for July 8th? All right, is there anything else?
Nothing else, Judge.
All right, and then what I discovered when I was a defense attorney, if you just call over to the jail and ask to speak to the nurse, once you sign your release, they should be able to give him the information very quickly, but you have to do your part, okay? And counsel, if there's an issue with communicating with them, just let me know, and if you want me to see if I could help expedite things, I'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
I'm sorry, Judge. You told me, this reset.
Yes, it's gonna be reset till July 8th. Defense counsel wants to see if he can obtain some medical records from the jail. It's calling 2023 CR 4281A, State versus Vanessa Rubio. Can I have parties announce?
Deputy Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Alfonso Otero on behalf of Ms. Rubio. Good afternoon, Judge.
And are you Miss Rubio?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any objection to your client, I'm sorry, your attorney appearing by Zoom?
No, not at all.
All right. And is this a motion to revoke?
Yes.
Judge, you already played true,
Mm-hmm.
4 and 4.
And then Kate was reset for defense to get medical records for final disposition.
All right, thank you. So counsel, do you have any medical documentation?
No, Judge, we were unable to do that. And last time we reached an agreement with the state. We're not going to provide the records.
All right, so you don't have the medical records?
No, Judge, but we have an
There.
agreement.
There are no medical records?
No, Judge. Well, there are, but it was very difficult, for lack of a better word, to get those. And because of that, last time we were there, we made an agreement with the state judge.
And what is this agreement?
It's 3 years TDC, Judge.
Is that correct, state?
The state does believe so.
All right, are you in agreement to revocation and sentencing of 3 years, Ms. Rubio?
I guess we.
Yes.
So are you asking whether it's a state jail or whether it's a?
Yes, because all the paper documentation I have has it as a state jail felony.
It should be, yes, and I think the underlying should be a max of 2 anyway, Judge.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Then we would amend to 2, Your Honor.
All right. So, counsel, the maximum is 2 years in the state jail facility.
I think, I don't remember her name, but that's this, the state prosecutor. I think I'm not thinking correctly, Judge. I'm sick and I don't remember if they can look at their notes, because it may be 18 months instead, or 2 years, something like that. I'm sorry about that, but I'm not feeling very well and I don't have my notes with me.
All right, so her underline is 2 years in the state jail facility.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so she has previously pled true to violations 4 and 4. The court previously found 4 and 4 true. So now we're here for sentencing. And what the court wanted was information about her medical. And you all stated that you want to proceed with sentencing without the court having medical information. Is that correct, defense?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So then the only question is what her sentence should be. The maximum amount of time that she can face is 2 years in the state jail facility. So does anyone wish to speak to that, or is there an agreement or no?
State would be in agreement with defense's recollection of 18 months, Your Honor.
And are you in agreement with 18 months?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court is going to grant the motion, revoke you, sentence you to 18 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no residing with minors. Was there any restitution made to Kyle Bourne? All right. There's to be no contact with William Gordon.
No, Judge.
There was none ordered.
No.
All right, and there's to be no contact with Nicholas Sarabia or Kyle, K-Y-L-E, Born, B-O-R-N-E. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement and because you have waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Judge, just one thing very quickly.
Yes.
The order of not residing with children, does that apply to her own biological, I'm sorry, I can't speak. Her
It's
own
okay.
children?
Yes.
Okay.
And if she wants to challenge that, she'll need to challenge that civilly, because obviously she's not a good influence on minors.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse?
Yes.
Thank you.